So before I move forward, I'm gonna be working on these things. These are the metal base rails for the shed. Basically, these things are gonna get screwed down to that base all around the circumference, and then the Lego slab walls slot in here and then screw on. Now this guy's showing some rust. They're also filthy. I guess I need to blast this down with the pressure washer, and then I'm gonna be brushing the rust off and repainting them. Something I'd rather not do because I dislike painting, but when you want something to last, you kind of want to put the effort in. Painting, being the delicate princess that it is, needs all sorts of care and attention. Like, oh, when you're done, you can't just get on with your life. You have to wait for it to dry. And you don't just do it once. To add insult to injury, you gotta do it twice. So let's get working on these things then. Frickin' nozzle's clogged or something. So it turns out my pressure washer's broken. It's not putting out. Engine runs fine, it's just not putting out. Pressure's not there. I've never had to fix on one of those before, so I'm not sure what it is. And that's one of the reasons why I'm building this shed, so that I have room to work on things like this. I guess I'm just gonna have to continue with the good old-fashioned sprayer, see how far I can get. This'll probably do. Just gotta get the mud and muck out of this, eh? Looks like the black flies are out. That's nice. F off. It's not long enough, sir. Should set these over there to dry so I can start working on them right away. Yeah, like anything else is going according to plan, right? Yeah, it's as clean as I'm gonna get them. I gotta grind and sand on them anyway. This has been one of the more problematic projects I've had in a while. Just things keep going wrong. Mostly little things in the big scheme of things, which, I kind of welcome in my life. I have this philosophy where the universe needs to be in balance, and if too many things go right in your life, then that could be setting yourself up for something to go really wrong at some point. I'd rather deal with a broken pressure washer than a broken limb, you know what I mean? So all these little problems, they make me feel a little bit better about life, knowing that my life's in balance. I don't have to worry about anything catastrophic coming down on me. In the meantime, let's go put this broken thing away, and hopefully when this project's finished, I can fix on it, along with all the other list of things that I need that space to fix on. Probably not gonna get it all done this year. Next up on the chopping blocks, I gotta clean up these rails, sand and grind off the rust, a wire brush, whatever comes off these. I don't think I want to inhale it. Galvanized and all. Oh, it's gonna be hot in here. Well, that's one. So this is what they came looking like. Old adhesive, rust. I'm grinding off the old rust and adhesive. However, looks like I burned through one entire 3.0 high output battery. I should probably switch to my brushless because it's going to be more efficient. That, and I better get a charger on standby because it looks like it's going to take quite a few batteries to get this done. I should also switch to time lapse because it looks like it's going to take quite a bit of time to get this done. Oh boy, it's a good thing it's only 32 or 29, feels like 32 today. Or else it'd probably be difficult for me to wear this mask. If I haven't mentioned before, I have a high heat tolerance. Heat doesn't bother me that much. I officially ran out of battery. I burned through a 3.0, a 5.0, and that 6.0. They weren't all fully charged when I started those, so we'll have to forgive them. However, I got a majority of them done. I guess I can move on to priming them while I still have time and, I don't know, finish up those guys tomorrow. In retrospect, maybe it wasn't a good idea to do this on this pad or this base because I might be staining the wood. As long as the paint sticks, I'll be fine. Took a nice nip out of my shoe there, but that's the reason why I bought cheap Walmart shoes, because I knew they'd take a thrashing working in the yard. Well, I better sweep this shit off. Wow, there's just like a coating of the crap I brushed off these over there. Good enough. Oh yeah, these boards, wood boards, have a nice patina to them now. Just a little bit of rustic stain on them. That'll give it. Here I am looking like a rabbi again, I guess. Oh, paint. Oh, I should probably get my compressor, give it a little blow dry, shouldn't I? Yes, I think I should, sir. I think I should. Would you believe I bought that compressor used almost 20 years ago? It's been a really reliable tool. I invested in the two-step process, so a coat of primer and then a coat of paint. The air is really still today. I gotta say, it makes this a heck of a lot easier. All the batteries are dead, including my... Oh boy, I think it's starting to rain. Well, that's just wonderful. That's just wonderful. So, it wasn't supposed to rain today, but I guess it changed its mind, which is great, because it just came on suddenly, and now my paint's wet, now my pad's wet, my base is wet. Fortunately, I got my cameras in on time. It's just slightly dripping now. It looks like the water's beating up, so maybe this coat of primer is going to be good, because this is an entire can right here. I was about to report that I just ran out of paint, which means I'm going to need like maybe 2 or 3 times more paint than I anticipated, assuming this doesn't get ruined, and assuming the rust I just brushed off. Oh, frickin' hell. Look at that. Hopefully the rust I just brushed off doesn't bloom. It's a really good thing I didn't use OSB. I think OSB would have gotten screwed up. Well, tomorrow I'm just gonna have to batten down the hatches because we're expecting rain all next week. Herein lies one of the biggest issues that I've been dealing with. Rain. Or not necessarily rain, but inconsistent weather. It just can't decide what it wants to do. Oh, it's not supposed to rain today, it rains. It wasn't supposed to rain today or tomorrow. It was calling like sunny. And then you have a lot of days where it reports, oh, it is gonna rain, so I plan not to do things. And then it doesn't. So yeah, it's been making it tricky. Last summer, it was dry. It didn't rain at all, and that was kind of nice. Well, not for the overall state of the world, but it was nice for getting stuff done. Now I'm getting relatively thwarted, so, well, I guess we'll see how it goes. Yeah, just as I figured. We got some fresh rust bloom, but I guess that'll brush right off. Water spots on the oh boy, I'm just rubbing crap in there. Maybe a little bit of water spots on the primer. Hopefully the paint still sticks to it. I don't have to re-prime the damn stuff. Well, let's continue. I've now gone ahead, set up this alternative platform here by which to zip, zap, zip, zip, zip without getting chowder dust all over my freshly painted rail pieces. Hopefully, I have enough brush to finish the job. Like this thing is, there's not much left of it. There is like no brush left. It almost didn't finish the last bit there. And even at that, it isn't truly finished. I didn't do the underside here because I knew I wasn't gonna have enough brush, so I figured I'll do that with another bit. I got like a FAP wheel I can use. That'll be a little bit more aggressive because the brush did have a hard time getting off this heavy stuff. This is the fappin' wheelin'. Fappin' wheelin'. It's like a bunch of pieces of what do you call that again? Yeah, sandpaper on a wheel, spinning in circles. Quite aggressive, but not as aggressive as an actual grinder disc. An actual grinder disc would just blow a hole right through that thin metal. Well, that's done now. I just gotta give her a spray down. Look at all the crap that came off that. It's disappointing that nice tools don't stay looking nice for very long. And now it's time to return to the paint party. I hope we get this done today. Oh, we have time, yes. Good, good. Hopefully primer does not clog can. I couldn't clear nozzle. Get off me, fly. All right, I think we're done with this now. It's all quite white at this point. Some bits look better than others. And these nuisance flies are coming after me. Don't know what possesses them. I think this is reasonably all I can do today. Hey, plane, you're awesome. Can they even hear what I'm saying? I wonder. Oh, by the way, next time, remind me to clear all the wood chips off the base before I start putting coats of paint on. I'm getting little pieces of sawdust stuck to the paint. Ugh, derp. Well, the next order of business involves me aggressively decanting or depressurizing these cans for disposal. I hope I don't regret this. Okay. Is it just me or did it like totally not penetrate that can? Either that pellet pistol's weak or these cans are tough. Look at that, it didn't even scratch it, it just dented it. Probably just not enough energy. Plus, you know, there's a little bit of pressurization in there, so... I got one of these cheap AF pumpers here. I wonder if this'll do anything. Maybe that's enough. Now, how do I load this? Never actually used this thing before. This thing's even weaker than the pistol. I think I just skimmed its top off. The sights on this thing are so grossly off. There's not even a dent in the can. Wonder what happens if I use an actual BB. Little copper BB. Little copper BB. Oh! I think that did it. Indeed it did. Well, I just skimmed it and it cut a hole in it. Great, that one's depressurized. Okay, let's get this other one. Less aggressive than I was expecting, which is good. I didn't want to make a huge mess or cause a problem. Woo! That was more fun. All right, now we're done. We'll be back when I can put on another coat. Oh boy, 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 boy. I got the planks here, the little base rails, carefully stored within my red shed, ready and waiting for another nice day in which I can paint them the silver. Why bother telling you this? I do not know. It's just so you know they are healthy and safe. And then seen here, thing that I should have done before I start painting, I shall now give it a blow. Maybe I give it a little sweep first and then I give it a blow. Well, it was supposed to be rain, but we've been graced by another sunny day, not a cloud in sight, so I'm gonna throw down some paint while I can. As much as I hate painting, just throwing down on a basic wooden box like this isn't that much of a pain in the butt, so it goes by rather quickly. And I'm very anxious to get this done so I can actually do the building, so I can actually get to the fun part. This is the last annoying hurdle that I have to deal with before I can start doing the parts of the job that I want to do. Building this pad was fun, but in like a puzzle challenging kind of way. It's not something I'm used to or do commonly that often. Definitely not something I would use a skill saw normally to do completely, but I've been watching a lot of Essential Craftsmen there. No, I haven't. Just got some bog standard floor and porch exterior paint and the fluffiest roller I could find. Get into those textured surfaces, you know. It'd be nice if this was void of dust, but it magically appeared overnight. Oh, I forgot my stir stick in the car, bud. Little birdies, tweet, 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 tweet. Oh, let's get sloppy, oh. How much of a mess are we going to make today? Well, we're spilling it already. This goo, we might as well bleh, 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 bleh. I'm gonna need somewhere else to put this bleh, 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 bleh. All right, methinks we need at least that much. Oh, maybe more. Oh yeah, let it just drip and leak everywhere now. Yeah, spillage. I'm gonna put that somewhere expendable. All right, time for a little dip. Just gonna fast forward it though. These damn screw holes, nail holes. Paint doesn't quite like going in there, does it? How thick of a roller do you need before it just covers the way you want it to? Oh yeah, and the roller likes to slip off. I forgot about that one. Stop loosening off. Some sort of fucking party going on next door. Some sort of engine party. Bike grinders. Oh boy. I need more paint already. This is concerning. We're down to a half a can. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to do 2 coats with 1 can of paint. That sucks. So, it's gonna cost me more once again. Seems to be another trend, like my budgeting's pretty good and figuring out my materials was pretty close, but certain things have cost a little bit more than expected. And it looks like I'm gonna need a 2nd can of paint to finish this. One of the annoying things I don't like about painting is I have to do something with this roller now, or else it's gonna dry up. Not gonna be able to use it for my 2nd coat because I have to go find a bag or something. All right. Oh, it means I have to take my friggin' shoes off unless I find a bag downstairs. So we might have a bit of a problem here. Half a can was enough to get the top coat down, but not necessarily this side. I think I'm at exactly half a can. So that means I might need just over half a can to do this. I might have another one in the shed. I should go check. I don't think this is gonna end well. This can looks damaged. It might be all dried up inside. This is an old part can from the last shed I built. Oh yeah, there's a big gaping air hole right here. What's in the bottom there is hard. Oh, that's a layer. What's underneath that layer? Come on, scoop that. Oh, there is some good paint in the bottom of this. Come on. Oh, that's art right there. So what do we got down here? We got a little bit of paint, a little bit of good paint. And it's the same stuff. All right, let's get to dipping and spreading. More Crouching Tiger action, right? It's not as important to coat this because it's pressure treated wood. In fact, I've been told I shouldn't paint pressure treated wood, but whatever. I gotta get the sides of this plywood, so I might as well make everything uniform. I just might not put 2 coats on the pressure treated wood. This paint can's running thin. How much more are we gonna get out of it? I think another reason why I don't like painting is because it's understimulating. I guess some people would consider this relaxing, but I'm an individual who can't relax. I have the mind of a shark. I always gotta be thinking about something, doing something. And if the task's too understimulating, my mind starts to wander on topics that are unfavorable. But at least I'm not anxious because I'm still getting something done. If I'm idle for too long, I can get panic attacks. That's one reason why I do crap like this to myself. Keep the brain busy. Oh, it's good we were able to use up this paint. We're at the part of the juncture where I'm arbitrarily getting paint all over my hands. Just because it's coming close to the can, and I'm looking at it the wrong way. All right, we're gonna have to transocean over to the good can. Ah, that's a nice bit. Yeah. That's why I'm wearing a rag shirt. It's fine. It's fine. How am I dipping the brush, but no paint seems to be coming off on the wood? Painting is so unrewarding. The amount of effort you seem to put in is not proportional to the result. Piece of wood, you cut a piece of wood. The wood is cut. Paint, you brush the stroke over. Oh, I have to do it again and again. I have to hit the same spot like 3 times before I get the coverage I want. And that's just 1 coat. I think there's just some psychology to painting that doesn't do it for me. Oh, I think my first coat's officially finished here, bud. Yeah, I gotta go put this paintbrush away and seal up this can. Wicked gray hand, bud. Wicked gray hand. Ugh. So, oh, I can see spots I missed. Well, I'm gonna have to let that dry real good. I don't know if I'll be able to put on the 2nd coat today. Typically, you wanna wait a little while. We'll see. There's about 3 hours left that I can do this work. Moving right along with a slightly inconvenient amount of sticky grayness on my hands, I can at least finish these rails. The primer coat is well and good now, so I could just go ahead and start putting on that finish silver there, that finish coat, yeah. Oh, here's hoping I don't get too much overspray all over everything. Wish me luck. Oh, wow. That's shiny, almost sparkly. Did I do this side already? It's hard to tell. Silver on white in this sunlight. Easy to rhyme though. Wait, I think you can spray paint this upside down. Ah, yes, you can. Oh, I'm glad that's over. 3 out of 10, do not recommend. You know, I'm not one to complain, but allow me to entertain you with my thoughts of this experience spray painting. I love how, as you're doing it, it gets all over your fingers near the nozzle. Especially the one that you use to spray, because by the time you get it into a comfortable pushing position, it's literally over top of the spray and it gets hit. On that note, I like how you can only really do it accurately with your good hand and one finger on that good hand, because the moment you try to go off hand and off finger, you just can't seem to aim it accurately. I love how easy it is to breathe. Real fresh. Now I'm probably going to be anxious for the next couple of days, wondering if I've damaged myself a bit. Put the mask on pretty shortly in, because you can't not. I love how it's going all nice and consistent until the slightest whiff of wind just looks at it the wrong way and it's all over the place. To the point where you could be less than 3 inches away from your target and it doesn't hit it. It's going that way. And of course, one of the best parts is, after you've put in all this work, the moment you go to screw something to it, it's just gonna scratch that paint right off, giving a place for moisture to ingress and rust and rot it anyway. Unless I make a point to spray over the screw points, at least on the outside. All right, I'm doing it. It's been drying for however long. It looks good, it feels good, I'm going for it. This second coat is going down today. Let's do it. Hopefully we have enough paint. Where's my little sweeper swisher? Where's my lock, bud? Second coat rolls out nicer at least. Takes less paint too, I think. Second coat gets laid on thick. Oh yeah. See, sometimes you gotta be careful not to put the second coat on too soon, because it'll just moisten and pull up the paint of the first coat. And that's always sucky when that happens. I don't want that. Today would be a good day for hot dogs, but all I have is leftover Chinese food. One might say, well, why don't you have hot dogs anyway? Oh, because I need to use that leftover Chinese food. Oh, I just stepped in a wet spot. Don't do that. This is great, because as soon as the weather clears up, I can start building. Painting will be behind Painting will be behind me. And I'm not gonna have to worry about it anymore, which is awesome, but I keep stepping in this wet spot. Yeah, I'm remembering now. The second coat is easier to apply because you don't have to soak it into the wood. Need to put a little bit more as the tracer. Oh, it's the wrong bucket. Give me the bucket that works. Bloop. Oh yeah, slop it on there, bud. Nice and thick. Get in those holes. Put an extra in this big crack right here. I almost just want to pour paint into that crack. Now, can we do the outside circumference with the roller? Save us having to bust out the paintbrush again. I think we might be able to, yeah. Oh yeah, thick bud. I think that's good. I think we're done. 2 coats. It'll be dry enough to cover up in about an hour, which is about when I gotta start doing dinner. Got a little bit of touch-up paint left over if I need it. Little hole there. It's almost like when I finish building this, any scratches that I put, I got a little bit of paint left. I can fix up those holes. I've done surfaces with this stuff before. And once it's nice and hard, it cleans up well, Spill oil on it, sop it up. Yeah, I think this closes the book on part 2. Oh yeah, now stuff's gonna get a heck of a lot more interesting and exciting. Boom. Yeah, that's enough painting for today. Over it.